need this to perform at their best, and they can't do their best without it. In fact, according to psychologists, the greatest single demotivator in the world of work is not knowing what's expected, or not being clear about your goals. There's a simple 5-part formula for developing a sense of direction that you can use for the rest of your career. It's called the GOSPA formula. The 5 letters in the word GOSPA stand for goals, objectives, strategies, priorities, and activities. Let's start with the word goals. A goal is a specific place where you want to end up at the end of a specific period of time. For example, your goal could be a certain volume of sales or a certain level of profitability at the end of a quarter or the end of a year. The letter O stands for objectives. These are the sub-goals that you will have to accomplish in order to achieve your longer-term goal. If your 1-year goal is a certain dollar level of profitability, your objectives could be in the areas of sales, marketing, distribution, manufacturing, cost control, staff development, technology, and so on. Achieving these objectives, the goals are achieved as well. The third letter in GOSPA, S, stands for strategies. Your strategy is the method that you are going to use to accomplish the objective on the way to your goal. For example, with regard to sales, your strategy could be to build an internal sales force. Or your strategy could be to outsource all selling to a professional sales organization. And there could be numerous sub-strategies within the single sales strategy. The fourth letter in the GOSPA formula, P, stands for priorities. What are the things that you will have to do first, and what are the things that you will have to do second? Which items are more important and which items are less important? You always have to be setting priorities. The final letter in the GOSPA formula is A, which stands for activities. These are the specific daily functions that are clearly delegated to specific individuals with standards of performance and specific deadlines. If you have thought out this process completely, each activity will be determined by the current priorities. The achievement of the priorities will lead to the accomplishment of the strategy. When your strategy is carried out, you will achieve your objectives, and at the end of the time period, you will have reached your goal of a specific level of sales or profitability. One of the primary qualities of executives in high-profit businesses is that they think and act strategically at all times. They are always playing down the board. They are always thinking about the future and about the various different things that they can do to make their desired future a reality. Number 7, focus on key profit areas. One of the keys to high profitability in your business is for you to focus more and more time and energy on producing and delivering the products and services that yield the highest possible profit to your organization. One of the reasons for failure in business is that the company diversifies too much, spreads its energies and resources over too many products, and ends up producing too many things that contribute only marginal amounts to the bottom line. You know exactly what I mean. Too many companies are offering too many products and services at too many price points to too many different markets in too many different ways. The proper strategy is for you to focus and concentrate your corporate resources on those specific areas where the highest levels of profitability are possible. Make a list of every product or service that you offer. Gather all of the costs that are involved in bringing that product or service to the market. Examine the level of sales volume of that product, and then determine exactly how much profit you make for each one of those products and services that you sell. If you haven't done this analysis before, you are in for a big surprise. You will find that if you have a dozen products and services, one of those products and services yielding more profit than any of the others. You will find that 20% of your products or services are yielding 80% of the total profits of the business. You'll also find that the 80% of products and services that are only giving you 20% of the profits are probably consuming 80% of your costs of operation. When you do the analysis, it is often surprising and sometimes shocking. Then, because you're a long-term thinker, you should ask, what are going to be the high-profit products or services of tomorrow? What are the trends? What will we have to do today to be in a position to dominate the high-profit markets of the future? This is a major key to profitability. Number 8, set clear performance targets. Remember, what gets measured gets done. You need clear performance targets, targets that are quantifiable and measurable. You can't hit a target that you can't see. It's absolutely amazing how many people in every organization have no real idea how to measure their performance. This is a major source of demoralization, underachievement, and unhappiness. Human beings have what is called a subconscious urge to completion. In order to be happy, people have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end to every task. One of the most important jobs you have is to set standards of performance for every task and every activity. It is for you to establish clear lines of responsibility, schedules, and deadlines for the accomplishment of specific jobs. And then, your job is to make sure that everyone does what they are supposed to do to the required standard on the required schedule. High-performance, high-profit organizations are companies where everyone knows exactly what they are supposed to do, when they are supposed to do it, and how they will be measured. All rewards and bonuses in top companies are tied to clear, measurable performance. This leads to high levels of motivation, commitment, and enthusiasm amongst everybody who's working toward the achievement of these clear goals. Number 9, manage by wandering around. The best executives spend 75% of their time walking around and interacting with their staff. This enables them to get accurate and timely feedback about what is really going on, long before it ever appears on a report or a monthly statement. Lou Gerstner turned IBM around within 1 year by freeing up the sales managers from paperwork and sending them out into the field with their salespeople to visit customers and make sales. Since in the final analysis, it's only revenue growth that leads to high profitability, within 1 year, IBM had turned around completely. Hold staff meetings at least once a week. Discuss what everybody is doing and how it is going. Meet with your individual staff members on a regular basis, daily if possible, even if just for a few minutes. Keep your door open and keep the flow of communication going. In this way, you will know everything that is going on, and you will always be in a position to move fast whenever quick action on your part is advisable or necessary.